Welcome back everyone to my Let's Play of Zelda II, The Resurrection of Ganon, a fan-made hack of Zelda II, The Adventure of Link. We're here in the Island Palace. It's the last regular palace that we have to do in this hack. It's the third palace in the normal game, but in order to complete this palace, we need to get the fairy magic and the water walk boots, so that requires doing all the other palaces on the other side of the continent. So here we are, finally here in this palace. This isn't really the last palace though. We do have the northern palace where in the base game Zelda is sleeping. That has the final magic container. As you can see, we're missing 2 magic containers under our magic meter. So we're going to get one here and then one in that north palace near the start. But in order to get through that palace, we need the magic key, because there's no keys in that palace, and the magic key is the item that we'll find in this palace. So, I'm just going to get quite a bit of points here. There we go. Point bag. Very, very close to maxing out our magic and life stat as well. So we got the runes. Like I said, there was a tsunami that apparently hit this palace, so a lot of it's going to be in runes, but it's not that difficult. So there's a little clue right there. You see how there was a section of the blocks that was missing a layer, a row. Basically, that's the way we're going to be able to proceed later on. That's kind of a clue to tell you to do the downward thrust there and dig through those blocks. Because normally there's an elevator that goes down to the next floor, but that elevator is going to be out of commission because of the ruined nature of this palace. We're going to see that in this room over here in just a little bit. The elevator that normally takes us down is blocked off. Blue iron knuckles. We used to fear them, but not so much anymore. What's really scary, luckily they don't jump like the, there's these blue birds in the Great Palace. So there's the ruined elevator. You know, we can't go down that way, so we're gonna have to find a different way, and that different way is, like I said, digging through the blocks. Yeah, in the Great Palace, there's these blue birds that basically are like blue iron knuckles, but they throw their sword. They jump in addition to throwing their swords. Luckily, we only have to run into one of them, and there's a cheesy way to take it out safely. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. In the meantime, we're going back to where there's an indentation in the blocks. And we dig down, and that'll take us to the floor below. That's a pretty tough Mayu there. Took 3 hits at attack level 8. Here we go. I'm gonna head over to the right to get our item, which I said earlier is the magic key. To the left there, you don't only have to go that way. That's a way to get out of the palace, and I guess they put that there so you don't have to backtrack to the beginning of the palace in case you don't have enough magic to, or you don't have the fairy spell to get out of this palace. Speaking of fairy spell, we're going to use it right here. We could trek all the way across, but if you do that, fighting all these blobs, making your way carefully, you're just going to end up over this way. We're going to have to use the fairy magic anyway, so might as well use it at the beginning. Save yourself the potential of being knocked into a pit by those blobs. Keep heading over. And we get the magic key. Now the only item we need to get is the flute. And that is in that North Palace. I am going to go that way that I said you don't necessarily have to go. Just to show it off. There's a point bag over there as well, so it's good to get some extra experience. and then just, you know, to show things off. It'll also allow me to step back outside the palace and refresh my magic. So fire spell here just to take care of these blobs. You don't have to wait as long. Going through. The annoying wizards. Totally pointless to... Well, that guy could be a pot or a iron knuckle. If he's an iron knuckle, just leave. Come on back. Try your luck again. Remind me of that point bag that I was having so much trouble getting in the second palace. Here we go. Fill up our life. I'm almost close to having full magic as well. Just a barely sliver away. Yeah, no use using the reflect to take care of those guys. I mentioned in a previous episode they were with no points, so I'm just wasting magic. The elevator's a little off center there. Guess that's another part of the room. There's a pea bag down there. We're gonna grab it. Like I said, this way you don't necessarily have to go, but if for some reason you don't have the fairy magic and you have to escape this palace, after you get the magic container, that's the way you can get out. A short way out. You'll see why you need the fairy magic when we get to the end. Just dig out this point bag over here. There's also a red jar over here. It'll help fill up our magic. Well, we'll fill up our magic, but fill up our light first. Point bag. We're very close then to getting the next life and magic upgrade. I need the jump spell. Well, I won't necessarily need the jump spell. You could make this jump, but it's very tricky without it. And you might need a lot of momentum. And you may end up just slipping off the edge. So I'll just use the jump spell because I'm gonna jump this little gap here that you need the jump spell to get across. And as you can see, it's just a way to get out of the palace. That guy can be an iron knuckle or a red pot. First time we went through, it was at the beginning of the episode, it was an iron knuckle. Now we got the pot. So we're full and ready to take on the rest of this dungeon. Not that there's much left to take on. Another point bag. Getting very lucky with point bags. Not that we really need more point bags. We are one thing away from getting maxing out our life or magic. One experience point away, and there was more than enough point bags, like I said, in the Northern Palace. There's 6,000 guaranteed points just from these rubies with gems. So we're going to be maxed out. Get through? Yes, we can get through without even having to stop for those blocks. Heading back to this room here. Take out the blue iron knuckle, just for some extra experience. That'll make up for all the ones that we skipped throughout the earlier part of the game. I'm making up for it now. On down, got that moo again. Fall on down, and now this time we're just going to take the elevator down. And there's not much more in the palace, like I said, to go. So another blue iron knuckle. They're not too difficult. It's just as long as you're patient, just wait for them to finish throwing their swords. Now they can be a little bit difficult when there's multiple enemies on the screen with them. I don't know whether that in the base game if they ever had enemies like that. I guess the NES could handle it if we needed it. Get this point bag, and let's max out on magic. 4,000 more for our life. bad about using your magic here because there's going to be another red pot to fill us up. Plus, we're one room away from the magic container, so. New Iron Knuckles. Very common in this hack. Finish him off. Don't want to make sure we jump and hit him because we don't want to hit him and you can if you hit him from below, your sword, even though it won't do damage to him, if he's blocking with a shield, it'll still touch the pot and it'll refill. So we're gonna have to wait until we finish them off before getting that pot. Get another magic container. Keep forgetting that I forgot there for a second that the guard also does reflect. As you can see over here, the statue has fallen and blocked the way, so to get out quickly, you need fairy magic. If not, you just go backwards and go to that one place that I showed you, the other exit. Wait for these blobs to disappear. Oop. And then we'll get hit by a tough enemy anyway. Who isn't so tough now that we got attack level 8? One of the neat things about like role-playing games and even games like this where they're not necessarily role-playing but have a level system. To see enemies that were so strong way back in the beginning of the game be so easy toward the end, just shows off that growth that you've had. Makes you feel like I really became powerful in this adventure. Well, Bub has become really powerful. And because of Bub's new powers, he's gonna actually go back to Palace number 2. There's a point back in Palace number 2 that I didn't get because it's really tricky to get. Now that I have fairy magic, it'll be really easy to get. So I'm just going to show that off. Let's go on in. And near the beginning, there's the one section where it was pretty much all water, but there's 2 snakes guarding. The pathway to the left, there's like some little rubble. You can actually jump on that rubble. But see over there, the little rubble there? Those are actually tiles that you can jump on. And you can actually jump all over all those tiles, but as you can see, it's pretty hard. It's pretty spaced out, it's pretty hard. So I just come back here with the fairy magic. Not that coming back here is all that important. Like I said, we're gonna get more than enough experience to max out our stats in the North Palace, but I wanted to show this off. So take that off. Iron Knuckle. Yeah, it might have been tough to actually get this back when we didn't have fairy magic. There's 2 blue Iron Knuckles. And back then, they were much tougher because I think at the time we only had like attack level 4. We had so much less life, so much less magic. So it's tricky going over to the left here to get that point back. It's even trickier going back. So once again, the fairy magic will save us. And if you're very adventurous, nothing over on this side though. If you're very adventurous, you can try your luck at jumping those blocks. Like I said, I wanted to go through do this at deathless, so I didn't want to risk anything. So we ventured back to a palace near the beginning. Now I'm actually going to venture back to the palace at the very beginning. And that's what we'll explore in the next episode. Yeah, there's a lot of clues that that's an extra palace. Like I said, we're missing a magic container. So you're like, where's another potential palace? Well, there's one. You know, the graphic is right there. And remember, when you start off the game, when you leave, you don't start on that palace. You start one tile to the right. And also you'll notice when we head toward that palace, there's going to be like a trigger tile before it. So you add all those up, plus those clues that, you know, the dragon Barba is still alive somewhere. And then there's great riches in the North Palace. Put all those together, and you go get the final palace. Other than the Great Palace, of course. There we go, we fill ourselves up. And it's very important that you do that before you go into the palace, because even though this palace is going to be really, really short, it is going to be quite difficult. There'll be a lot of enemies, iron knuckles, a lot of using magic. So, we just leave, we step on in, and here we are with the Northern Palace. Once again, you had the fairy magic and the magic key before we can go in here. And we're going to go in here on our next episode. Take care, have a good one. Thanks for following along. Bye.